we have Tess McFarland-Porter to talk to us about the League of Women Voters and what all is going on there.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. My name is Tess McFarland-Porter, and like Tim Walls, I was once a high school social studies teacher. I also grew up in a politically active family where I learned that participating in democracy was a neighborly thing to do. Participating in democracy connects us with our community, and I learned that working for social justice is how we practice love and kindness on a grand scale. Connecting with community is how we humans were meant to live our lives. Connecting makes us better, healthier people. It gives us strength and resilience and comfort. Margaret Mead said, "Never doubt that a small group, or maybe a group of 103, a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world." Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. And here I am, feeling this energetic, loving connection that is making my heart grow 3 sizes. And I am realizing that gathering in community not only serves as an opportunity to make the world a better place, but nourishes our souls. I'm feeling good in here. Thank you to Lisa and to all of you who are here so that we can be together in community and do something. And now the teacher in me is thinking what we need to do is stretch. Let us stretch our arms. Feel free to stand up, gather some of that love and energy, pull it in, and then reach up and do it again. Stretch. I am here as a representative of the League of Women Voters, Rochester metro area, spreading the love. The League is a non-partisan political organization with a mission of defending democracy and empowering voters. So as a nonpartisan organization, we never endorse candidates or parties, and I will not be doing that tonight as a representative of the League. But we take firm positions on issues that drive our mission, defending democracy, empowering voters. The League is a historic organization that has become fiercely inclusive in the 100 years since its founding. The League of Women Voters grew out of the political activism that brought us the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, stating that the right to vote shall not be denied on account of sex. Our name, League of Women Voters, arose from that historical context, and we've kept that name to honor our history, to honor the women who fought for the vote back in the day, many right here in our neighborhood. This is a blessed and lucky land we live in. And even as and over the decades, we have become more and more explicitly inclusive. We are welcoming. We believe the power of democracy depends on including all, lifting up all voices. The League of Women Voters welcomes all genders. So we at the League have hundreds of grassroots local leagues, like our Rochester Metro League. And those are supported by state leagues. We are supported in Albany by staff and and a state board, and by the National League in Washington, D.C. The positions we take in the league may be relevant just at the local level or just at the state level, but we have some issues that are relevant at the national level. Nationally, and I want to uplift a few of those issues. Nationally, the league has long held the position that the electoral college should be abolished. The electoral college is an outdated, racist relic that takes power away from the people and gives it to the electoral college. It means the votes of the folks in Pennsylvania are much more valuable than our votes here in New York. And a democracy powered by the people, for the people, should not be valuing voters in Pennsylvania so much more than here. The League is committed to ending the Electoral College through its one person, one vote campaign. It's an uphill battle, and we've been fighting it for several decades now. But in this historic time, change is in the air, and we're going to keep fighting. And there are openings here. We are working, we are gathered in community, we are for the people, and we see an opportunity for progress. At the state level, the League wants to make voting easier. That is our mission. We want voting to be easy. That allows the people who have the right to vote to exercise that right. And here in New York State, we are currently celebrating a victory. And it's a fresh victory. Less than 2 weeks ago, we had a favorable court ruling making early voting by mail available to all New Yorkers. We may think of New York as a progressive state, and in many ways it is. We are fortunate in so many ways. But when it comes to making voting easy, there are many states that are far ahead of us, even red states. So we are really celebrating this opportunity for all New Yorkers to vote early by mail. And if you want to vote by mail this election, you have to request your ballot ahead of time. Go to the New York State Board of Elections, elections.ny.gov, to do so. And know that if you request a mail-in ballot, you are no longer eligible to vote in person for this election. So again, go to elections.ny.gov for more information and to request a ballot if you want to go that route. Early voting starts Saturday, October 16th. We have the option in New York State, this brand new option where anyone can vote by mail. Another option that's available to New Yorkers is absentee ballot. Absentee ballot in New York requires an excuse. You have to go sign up for your absentee ballot with an excuse. You can do it online, or you walk into the Board of Elections and you give them your excuse. Maybe your excuse is, I am not mobile and I cannot physically get to a polling place. And you also have the option, if you're applying for an absentee ballot, to make it a recurring option, so that every election you will be sent an absentee ballot. You have to have a durable reason in order to do that. It's not that I'm always planning on being out of town on the date of the general election. You must have a durable reason to have an absentee ballot sent to you in an ongoing way. Mail-in voting, this new option, is only good for one election. Why should we trust? Why should we trust? Why should we trust? There is so much out there casting suspicions about the security of our elections, about what happens to those ballots at the post office. There is so much to raise suspicion. And what we are recommending at the League is to not engage with that misinformation, to not restate the lies, but to lift up the truth. Lift it up early, lift it up often. Our elections are secure. Our elections are secure. The Board of Elections, again, you find the QR code at either of the stations I've taped up, or just Google New York State Board of Elections. Monroe County Board of Elections also has a nice website, very helpful. They are a great resource. And if you are concerned about something regarding elections, call them up. There are real people who will answer your call. The question is, do you get confirmation that your ballot has been received? It is not automatic, but you can address that with someone at the Monroe County Board of Elections. At the League, we do have concerns this year about bad actors who are intentionally intimidating voters. Please know that if you experience or witness any kind of shenanigans, call the Board of Elections, or 911. And of course, that be mindful also that spreading misinformation about the security of elections is an insidious form of voter suppression. Call it what it is. Our elections are secure, and spreading misinformation is undemocratic. And if you would like support from the League to address concerns, always feel free to reach out to the League of Women Voters. We partner with the Board of Elections. We can be a resource as well. And one other piece of advice. If you witness or experience a problem casting a vote, if you're at a polling place, don't leave without voting. You can always cast a provisional ballot. Don't leave without voting. So, with that, I would like to turn to what I think is the heart of opportunity for us New York voters this election, the Equal Rights Amendment to the New York State Constitution. That's Prop 1. And my goal here tonight is to make you want to wear an Ask Me About the ERA button. I'm hoping you've got plenty on your table. Maybe you'll wear 2 or 3 or 4 buttons as you move through your activities of daily living the next 69 days. 69 days until election. How about that for a 11 number? 69 days. In the next 69 days, wear your Ask Me About the Equal Rights button. Wear 2 or 3 or 4, so if someone asks you and you tell them about it, you can give them one of your buttons, and they can spread the word. That's how we win elections. The New York State Equal Rights Amendment. Can I say what it is? On your table, you should have a flyer. I have more flyers. If you want to take more flyers with you, or more buttons with you, I've got them for you. The impact of the New York State Constitution is to add existing protections against discrimination based on race and religion. This amendment to the New York State Constitution would explicitly prohibit discrimination based on a person's ethnicity, national origin, age, disability, and sex, including their sexual orientation, gender identity, gender expression, pregnancy and pregnancy outcomes, reproductive health care, and bodily autonomy. This is Prop 1. We have only one proposition on the New York State ballot this election, and your job is to flip it over and vote yes on Prop 1. This will amend the New York Constitution to put equal rights for all into the Constitution, including the right to bodily autonomy and full reproductive health care. It will extend protection against discrimination beyond what is specified in the federal Constitution. Prop 1, the Equal Rights Amendment, affirms the worth and dignity of all people. And we're doing this at a time when we're seeing other states and the federal government rolling back rights and protections. It shows, this Equal Rights Amendment shows that we here in New York value all people with whatever intersecting identities they hold. Other states have amended their constitutions to allow access to abortions since Roe v. Wade fell. But New York is being a national leader by weaving reproductive health care into equal rights. We, here in New York, are making the bold statement in this critical historical moment that bodily autonomy and reproductive health care is essential for affirming the worth and dignity of all people. We as New Yorkers should be very proud of this. So, deepening our knowledge so you're comfortable having folks ask you about the ERA, ask you about Prop 1. Some questions. Why do we need a state constitutional amendment? Don't we already have laws protecting these rights? Well, yes, actually, we do in New York. But laws are easily repealed. And in the New York State legislature, legislators who support the right to abortion have only controlled both chambers in Albany for 8 of the past 58 years. A constitutional amendment is a much firmer backstop against the whims of political tides. Some examples now of how the New York State Equal Rights Amendment might be applied and what it could prevent government from doing. It could prevent government from implementing a statewide abortion ban, from prosecuting or criminalizing miscarriage, from adding medically unnecessary burdens on patients or facilities. It could prevent government from rolling back marriage equality, from rolling back protections for people with disabilities, from removing protections for New York State medical providers giving care to out-of-state patients for miscarriage management, for abortion care, for gender-affirming care. So, we need to get the word out. Since the overturning of Roe v. Wade, 8 states have passed constitutional amendments affirming the right to abortion and reproductive health care, including some red states. People care about this issue. They will vote for it. Young voters, in particular, care about this issue, and having it on the ballot can drive turnout up. And we're always looking for ways to drive up turnout among our young voters. We're finding that voters across the country, by and large, support reproductive health care rights. But we cannot take that support for granted. I have a cautionary tale to tell about a proposition on the backside of our ballot in 2021. For years, the League has been working towards same-day voter registration. 22 states have it. We don't have it in New York. We almost had it. In 2021, it was on the reverse side of the ballot. And there was no big opposition until 3 days before the election, when a conservative PAC dumped $5 million in oppositional advertising 3 days before the election. And we lost that. We lost that fight. We do not have same-day voter registration. Let's not let that happen to the Equal Rights Amendment. We can get the word out. How do we do that? Check out the League of Women Voters website. We're having a postcard writing gathering on September 6th. That's on our calendar. You can join that. Also, we have some wonderful partner organizations. Planned Parenthood of Western and Central New York is doing some wonderful advocacy around this. Check out their websites at either station, and you can volunteer with them. They will offer training for phone banking, all kinds of ways to volunteer and get involved with through Planned Parenthood. And if you want more information, the partnering organizations in support of the Equal Rights Amendment have a website, Equal Rights New York. The website is nyequalrights.org. Check that out at either station. And if you want more buttons, flyers, let me know. We want to make sure people flip their ballot and vote yes on Prop 1. Thank you. Any questions?